So ONFAB offer a range of flexible isolators, and they cover all aspects of processing, from oral solid dose through to API synthesis, even down into sort of antibody drug conjugation. Those isolators cover all the types of processing within those parameters. So we have milling isolators, we have isolators for dispensing, for tablet presses, you name it, we've pretty much covered all those aspects. We have around 6,500 designs for isolators. So you can imagine within that range, we have covered all aspects, including all GMP classifications as well. So if an isolator needs to have a nitrogen inertia internally, or if there is any particular temperature control, then ONFAB has the ability to apply that to our isolator technology. So the two different types we've broken our isolators into is a retrofit and then our standalone isolator range. So a retrofit isolator is an isolator that we apply to your process equipment, and that then therefore upgrades the capabilities of that process equipment to allow it to handle more high potent compounds, therefore open up such a broader catalogue of products that you can sort of manufacture with those pieces of equipment. And as I said, within those 6,500 designs, we've covered all processing parameters. Then our second line is the standalone systems. So a standalone system is an isolator that provides you with a space in which you can place a process internally, again giving you the increased level of protection when you're handling these high potent active pharmaceutical ingredients, and it really helps support that processing parameters and the protection of those operators when they're handling these potent compounds. So ONFAB has a range of films that we utilize for our flexible containment isolators, and they are polyurethane, which is our standard film, obviously comes with anti-static and various different FDA approvals and food safe approvals as well for our European clients. Then from that we have polyethylene, which we make a small amount of isolators from, more transfer technology than an actual physical isolators. And we also utilize PVC. Now the classification and why we choose those films is based around what solvent compatibility we need with the isolators. So obviously polyurethane will have a different solvent compatibility to polyethylene and then to PVC. And we pick them and select them which is most appropriate for the technology that we're trying to contain. Moving on from that, we spent a lot of time looking at ergonomics and the standard person. I do that because everybody, I don't know what a standard person looks like, but yeah, we talk about the standard person and to the measures to the elbow and to where their shoulders lie, because what we don't want is people working like this. We want them to be in a natural position when they are operating our isolators, and therefore you are limiting their fatigue and also not causing any additional levels of injury to our operators whilst they're utilizing the isolator technology. And then there's other things on the isolators which are really important to help increase that potential operator protection. So we have our H14 HEPA rated can fill filters. So we're like 95% of an ONFAB isolator would run under a negative pressure. And that then is driven by our automated fan system, plus our H14 HEPA rated filters. Those H14 HEPA rated filters maintain the pressure inside the isolator with the fan unit and keep a constant change of air internally. So you not only are you getting operator protection, but you're getting an increase in GMP conditioning inside the isolator as well. And we utilize a range of zippers on our isolators, and they are all high containment zippers. And the reason for that is that it's possibly is one of the weak points of a flexible system is on the transfer, where you're bringing things in and out. So you want that to be as strong as possible when you're operating the isolator. So we apply what we call our black zipper, but it's our strong high containment zipper on our isolator systems. And we have a range of gloves. So again, like the films, gloves have compatibility. So depending upon what the operator is handling inside the isolator, whether it is small dexterous operations or whether it's bulk transfer, then we have a range of gloves to handle those applications as well. So supporting again that operator in an ergonomical sense. So ONFAB isolators are subjected to the same level of qualification as a rigid isolator would do. So traditionally it is installation qualification, operational qualification and performance qualification. When we're referring to the containment performance target that the isolator needs to achieve to deliver the amount of protection needed for the products that you're about to process, then we're talking about performance qualification. And that is done via a CPT, which is Containment Performance Testing. It's driven by the ISPE. There's guidance from the ISPE as to how that takes place. However, traditionally it is a air monitoring. So you check the concentrations within the air of outside of the isolator, and that will determine that there is no product leak from the isolator itself. It's normally done in micrograms per meter cubed, but now we are being trialed even down to the low nanogram levels of containment performance. And they are subjected via taking a small pump. The pump simulates the breathing of a personnel, and you have a small little sampler on your lapel normally, and that will then check how much of the particular surrogate that you're using in the CPT is on that filter face, and then they test that, and it becomes it gives you a level of containment performance for the isolators. Now, with the installation qualification and operational qualification, if you have the 3 stages, including the performance qualification, then you get a full range of validation for that isolator. So the installation qualification will ensure that the isolator is as designed. The operational qualification will also support the IQ, that will support it on the basis that the operators can actually physically do what's needed to be done inside the isolator. The partnership of ONFAB and Benchmark opens up the US market to something that's quite new. So ONFAB's expertise in flexible containment systems has been benefited all over Europe for many years. And with our partnership with Benchmark, it's allowing us to enter into the US marketplace. Now, one of the main benefits of having Benchmark work alongside ONFAB is the fact that they have a fantastic facility based in Chicago. So they will be able to stock your replenishment isolators in the form of kits. Those kits then can be stored at Benchmark for very, very quick delivery. Approximately 5 days is one of the maximum deliveries. So instead of waiting long periods for the isolators to be shipped from the UK, you can have them stored as an open order with Benchmark products and be delivered within those 5-day periods. So it helps you not having to be able to store those systems in your own warehouse, so freeing up space in your warehouse. But also the main thing is that as we know, processes and sort of plans change. So that being able to react very quickly with having those isolators stored with Benchmark in Chicago means that you have that sort of safety net of additional isolators ready for use.